Welcome, my fellow operatives. My name is the Nemesis James Taylor, or you, as you know on this channel, Taft Taylor. Welcome to another episode of the Nemesis Sessions. As you can see to my left or right, whichever it is, you see the PWF arena. My guest this evening, is the one and only Skippy the Evil Clown. Skippy. And there he is. There's the man himself. He is here. Skippy, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, man. I'm doing really well. I got a lot going on and stuff, so I apologize for the inconvenience if this was any. But nonetheless, I see, and I got to go ahead and jump into it. I see a little piece of gold strap on your shoulder. Is that the PWF World Tag Team Championship?
It is.
Oh, my God. Where'd you get that?
I tiptoed through God of PWF's church window and got it. And it has some of his blood on it from, when we had our match.
Oh, man. Peter. I wonder if Peter's watching right now, but heck, if he is, I'm sure he ain't going to be too happy you stumbling through his locker room in his bag and stealing his belt. But hey,
Yeah.
It is what it is. As you can see, I'm holding the NEW Death Heavyweight Championship. I regained it again and retained it. So that's why I got this right here. But that ain't about me. This is about you, Mr. Clown. You know what? Let's go ahead and let's ask you. Who is Skippy the Evil Clown, and where did he come to be? How long has he been here in the world?
Skippy the Evil Clown started in basically 2010. That's when he started. And he started as a haunted house actor. He loves to scare the crap out of people. And he loves to make them scream and pee themselves and poop themselves. But he started from the Factory of Terror, the world's longest haunted house. And then, basically in Ohio. And from there, he basically moved up to, he'd been on television and, moving to other haunted houses. And then basically that's how that came.
Man.
And he also was bullied when he was a kid. So I think I made him because I felt like being bullied was just, not cool. It was not cool. And, it's not like I would actually go and actually kill people.
Right.
But
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh, definitely. I can actually relate. Believe it or not, old young James Taylor, when he was in junior high school, actually used to get picked on and bullied a lot. I've talked about it with some people, but yeah, I used to get bullied and picked on, and I got tired of it one day, and it was like 8th grade, and my bully came up to me, and he was just like, and I was always small back then, and he's all like, "What are you doing, James? You gonna be a little bitch today?" And I got fed up. And I remember because during that time I was watching wrestling, and that was when Austin was coming out. Everybody knows, I know, I'm one of the biggest Stone Cold fans. But I mean, if it really wasn't for somebody like that everybody idolizes somebody. I didn't have a father figure growing up, long story short. But I looked at him like, this guy don't put up with nobody's BS. He doesn't care who it is. He's going to fight the world. So I took that as if my bully messes with me again, I'm going to say something. And he tripped me. I got up, dusted myself off. I said, you know what? And I pushed him up against that locker, and I got another locker door and slammed it in his face. And I said, you leave me the fuck alone. I swear to God, you keep doing it, I'm going to beat the hell out of you. And actually, everybody applauded me because I stood up to that bully. So I can relate to you, Skippy. I could definitely relate to you. It makes you evolve into who you become.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember one time that I was having a bully and he just kept ticking me off. Well, they do boxing matches behind the school, and nobody knows about it.
Right.
And I literally went there and behind the alleyway, and I put some boxing gloves on, and I fought him. Him, and I gave him 2 black eyes. And let me tell you, it was the best thing ever because I stand up for myself.
I bet.
And that's what I enjoy, and that's so cool that you like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's a really good wrestler, very awesome guy.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time in a sort of way. I see him as one of the greatest, but I also idolize Triple H. But again, it's not about me. Let's talk. You did the haunted houses and stuff, and I believe you still do them. I am a sucker for haunted houses. I love them. There's one near me called Arx Mortis, and before I moved to Alabama, in Texas, I never really seen a really good haunted house, and then they have Arx Mortis, and that just the animatronics and the actors and the way they're in character. I loved it. You come from an environment like that, and I know one of your biggest attractions that you like to talk about is the haunted house you did in Australia. Can you tell us about that?
Oh boy, that haunted house was interesting. But first of all, I'll go short story. I won't go long. We'll be here all day
Okay.
on this subject. So first of all, I went to a haunted house, Factory of Terror, Cedar Point, Halloween, the Alliance Haunted Castle. That I actually made only $2 an hour. $2 an hour, but I loved it.
$2.
And then basically from there, I went to this place called the Haunted Hydro. And when I went up there, I actually basically they had a sign up sheet where you could fly all the way to Australia if you won the contest. And
Yeah.
what we had to do is basically on the weekend, we had to actually go there and basically wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and start talking. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, step right up, don't be shy. Give this haunted house a try. Fully inner spirits in front of your eyes. The first room might be easy, and it's true, but the last room's got body bags in there for you, James Taylor. But
Oh.
we had to keep talking. And from there, basically, I survived. I won. And it was two other people that actually won. And they flew us down there. And it was a wonderful experience flying across the land,
Oh, I
to
bet that was
Australia.
fun.
And when we got there, basically we had this like apartment that we stayed in, and we were up there for 2 months, and we had three shows. We had one in Brisbane, one in Adelaide, one in Melbourne. And each show we would have to train the backpackers that came up there. So we would train the new people that would want to scare and get paid to scare people. It's always fun.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, so I was a front door person, and then we had a guy that roamed back and forth, and we would switch out every hour, and it was crazy. Like it was long days and hard work sometimes, and very fun, enjoyable.
Nice, nice. We got a question for you already. Well, first it's Beans. Beans coming in saying, "Hey," and he's saying, "Skippy, it's good to see you on the podcast. Do you have any information on a possible return to PWF?"
Is that Beans or is that who's that? Is that Beans? Is that Beans or somebody else?
I think
Ever since I lost this baby right here, right? Every since I lost this baby, me and Leech, by the way, and Leech got pinned. I didn't. Um, but anyways, it's always been in my head that Peter and I mean God PWF. Sorry about that. I I basically go in God PWF's mind all the time, so I know all kinds of names. But anyways, besides the point, um, it's always dawned on me that God PWF took this from me. And this was the king of his kingdom, of course. He says, he kept hitting it and hitting it. And you can watch all the videos.
yeah.
And honestly, would I come back to PWF? Well, I've heard this girl Puddin. She's been like messaging basically kind of cryptic messages. It's kind of weird. Maybe to Sergeant, but Sergeant's a pussy. He doesn't want to reply back. But
You're wrong.
So the thing is, could PWF handle Skippy the Evil Clown? That's the question. Can the locker room handle the clown, or will they all be pussy and bow down?
There you go. Well, it'd be more like, in a way, it's like this. I'll ask this question: does Skippy have any? Does Skippy the Evil Clown have unfinished business in PWF?
Unfinished business in PWF. You know, I am a clown with a tons of surprises, as you know. Me and you have faced each other in the ring, in a cage match, and I beat you. But you know what? It was one hell of a match.
Yes,
And it was awesome. It was an awesome match and enjoyable. I remember feeling all your punches and all your, basically weight on me and the mat and, the breaking bones that basically recover. Basically, if that break a bone, like recovers right away because I'm just evil like that, I guess. But honestly, that's what I got to say. And yeah, I think I answered your question. I don't know.
Oh, definitely.
I do got something. I do got a phone call for you though. I talked to somebody at Port last night.
Oh, okay.
And I want you to listen to it. Can you listen to it?
Oh yeah. What do you got for me?
I just want to make sure. All right. So this person is very important. He's the important person in the United States of America. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let me see. Let me do the phone here. Hold on.
Hello. This is President Joe Biden. And I was invited on to speak on this podcast.
Where are you?
I know you didn't vote for me, Mr. James Taylor, and that's okay. I hear you were in a match about a couple of months ago. I don't remember. It was with Skippy the Evil Clown, I believe. Isn't that what your name is? I think that's what your name is.
Yeah, it is.
And I hear that from Skippy that I don't know who won the match. I don't even remember. Was it even that interesting? I mean, I know you're not that interesting, but that's okay. Because Joe Biden wants you to know that whether you don't win or whether you win, it's okay, buddy. And we know you never win, Nemesis James Taylor. This is President Joe Biden.
Oh, hold on, sorry.
I bet he approves that message. I'm surprised the son of a bitch didn't fall asleep delivering that message. But you know what? It just shows you that even the president of the United States is aware of the Nemesis James Taylor and what he does.
Oh.
I mean, if I'm turning his head and getting his attention, what does that tell you? Richard coming in here, I don't know who that is, but he's saying dream match.
Dream match? What are we talking about? Are we talking about the dream guy that's in PWF, or what are we talking about? Are we talking about the WWE? Are we talking about PWF? What are we talking about? That's the question.
Good question, definitely. Beans is showing some laughing. And then, oh God, Sleepy Joe. If he's saying dream match, he might be. Oh, okay. I guess he's saying anywhere. What would be Skippy the Evil Clown's dream match anywhere?
Oh, you know me. I can be anywhere. I've been in people's heads. I've been in a volcano. I've been blown up by Buddha in my car, Christina Killer car. I've been in the hospital. I mean, I could be anywhere at any time. And this, honestly, was one of my favorite matches here in Australia. This arena that I stole all the funds from PWF when I was a general manager. You had no idea, James Taylor, that I did it. But I did. I took some funds and I bought me this arena. But besides the point, let's not have you talk right now because I'm talking. But anyways, my dream match would probably be, that's a tough one, honestly. I really would have to say, you're lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky. Because I could have interfered with Buddha's match today in Defiance or tonight, and I could have interfered and got a PWS match in Defiance, but I didn't because they would call me a pussy probably. That's pudding. It's not me. But anyways, besides the point, the dream match. The question is, can anybody handle me? Can anyone handle this dream? I don't think you can. Not even the Dream Master can. I would pin him 1, 2, 3. And let me tell you what, I would bury you alive, whoever you are, Richard.
Well, Richard just came in and said it's your GM. So I'm guessing that's our general manager at PWF, Firefox, or Richard.
You know, Mr. GM, when I took over for GM, because I was once GM, as you know. And let me tell you, when I became GM, I was able to take all that money, baby, and build a stadium in Australia. And we had a good match, right, Mr. James Taylor? Some good matches. And you might be my GM, but you know what I said when I was GM? I did the Vince McMahon. I said, kiss my ass if you don't like it. So don't think I'm scared of you.
Bean's getting out here saying, I'd love to see Skippy face James for one last match. That would be interesting.
Oh, Mr. James Taylor, the person that can't have it no other way, as you would always say. And when I faced you in that cage match, that was one hell of a match. We had so many people screaming. We had so many people booming. We had so many people that enjoyed that match. That was one of the greatest matches, I would have to say. One of the greatest matches. Not all time, Mr. James Taylor. Don't get highly of yourself. But you gave me a couple stunners. And that really hurt when I hit the mat. But you know what I did? I gave you a couple specials. And you hit the ground.
Yeah. You hit me with that, Sister Abigail. You turned my lights out. I'm going to give you that. You pinned me 1, 2, 3. But you know what? Like I said, this is my show. But we're here to talk about you, Skippy, and that, for a debut match, that was a hell of a debut match. And you got over on James Taylor. You got the lucky 3. But just like I tell anybody, Skippy, you can make a career off of defeating the Nemesis, James Taylor. Look at you. You became undefeated. You became the longest reigning PWF Tag Team Champions. Yeah, Leech lost the title. You were never pinned. You are still never pinned in PWF. And if you were to ever return, I promise you, if you ever came back after James, it'd be a different side of the story this time because I'd be ready for you. But again, no disrespect, Mr. Clown. This ain't about you and me. You're a good guy.
You gave me a good match. I'll give you good words like that. I'm not gonna throw you in the trash. I respect you because you faced me. I respect you because I hit you with a video and you hit me back. And I'm talking about not 1, 2, 3. It was 4. And we kept going back and forth and hyping that match up. And everyone wanted to see it. And
that's how you do business.
Hell of a match.
Looks like Donnie the Bulldozer. He wants to know, what do you think about Headshot?
I
saw Battle Royal.
Yeah, he won the Battle Royale, didn't he?
He's a new kid who just came into PWF, and he debuted in the Battle Royal at Defiance, the grandest stage in promo wrestling, 2K wrestling, and he won it. And now he has a shot at any champion of his choosing. What do you think about that? You think this is going to be a good start for him, especially debuting? And not only that, second question, who do you think he'll go after? If you were him, who would you go after?
First of all, he's not going after my championship because I stole it from God PWF. But it's mine. It's staying mine. Second of all, basically his match was a pretty good match. The guy gave a good fight for a rookie. I always say, you get my respect when you get in the ring and you show the entertainment to the fans out there, because we don't pay the bills. They paid the bills.
That's
You know, we
right.
got to give them a hard fought entertainment, and you guys did wonderful. And I'm gonna say he gave a couple of good shots, couple of specials, and the guy is phenomenal. He knows what he's doing, and he enjoys being out there. And I seen him smiling, you know, when he when he hold his hands up, he's like, I beat 20 other people. I cannot say I've done that. You can.
He can. He can.
Think about
I've won my fair share of battle royals in my career. Not in PWF, unfortunately, but before PWF in the older days. Yes, I know what it's like. I know what it takes to have to throw a bunch of guys over the top rope. So I've been in his shoes. He's got a big opportunity ahead of him. The question is can he handle the opportunity? I've seen guys get an opportunity, and then right when it comes to when it's time to put up or shut up, they crumble. It's like Skippy, you get this lump of coal, and you put that lump of coal in a compressor or in a pressure thing, and it goes down. And one of two things happens to that coal. One, it either crushes and turns to dust and becomes nothing, or two, it turns into a diamond. And that diamond is what runs off and just steals the world and does what they got to do. And not to blow a bunch of smoke up your ass, but you were that diamond. You were that lump of coal. When you called out James Taylor, this is giving you props, and I give anybody props who's had it over with me, but I'm going to start with you, mostly you. You called me out. You wanted a shot. You got the shot. I gave you an ass whooping, and you damn sure gave one back to me. That pressure was coming down on you, and when you defeated me, it turned you into that diamond that you became, and look at you. Now, Headshot, can Headshot follow that same route?
I think Headshot, you know, we'll just say his name is pretty good. Just don't take a lot of shots to the face, all right? Besides the point, I think the kid can do very well. Just don't be in my path because I will tear you apart. Second of all, is I think he would be a good match probably because I was like scouting him, you know. I was checking him out. And I would say, you know, I think you know what? There's a kid I brought into PWF. You probably don't know him, but he deserves a fighting chance to this guy. And I think you should make it happen, GM. I think you really should. So I'm going to have to say Brandon Dicey. I think he should face him.
Oh, yeah. Hey, the White Wolf is here who made his debut tonight, and he's the brand new United States champion. He's saying, So this is Skippy, who everyone speaks about.
Oh, the White Wolf with the blood on his back. That basically might look like ketchup. you know the White Wolf is he's actually a good character. I like him, but the question is, would I have him on my team? Probably hell no. But
what do you think about him winning the United States Championship tonight? He just made history, not only debuting but being the first ever PWF United States champion.
You know, I was up in the stands behind the crowd. You might not even seen that because I was supposed to do an interview after Defiance, which I'm here. And I gotta say that, you know, him holding gold like this, he's gotta love it, you know? He's gotta enjoy it. But don't piss people off. Don't piss a lot of people off because you're gonna be a target. Now you're a target. Just like the Target, the store everyone likes to go to, maybe.
I love Target. Your general manager is saying Skippy. He said Skipper versus James versus Peter. What do you say if you come back?
Well, the thing about that is, do you remember? I got so mad at you. I can't physically remember, but I remember. Oh wait, was it? I think it was the first time Buddha blew me up in a car when I heard the bomb, you know, outside the stadium, and I was out for a while. Yeah, I think that when I came back that other time, I got angry and I became a GM because Leach had to go do something, and I was gonna make you. And I was gonna, what was I gonna do? I was really gonna hurt Buddha. I was gonna make you and and God of PWF face Buddha, and then another person. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's going to be in the Hell in a Cell.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to piss everyone off. But me versus James and Peter. I mean, God PWF. First of all, God PWF
just
might
said,
be a little pissed
what he
off right now.
said. He just came in here and said, give me that back, you moldy looking clown.
I ain't giving it back. You ain't getting this back. You know what? You know what? I will shit on it. I will shit on it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You know what's funny? This is his blood and Buddha's blood. It's our blood on this title. You know, that's the thing about that. You work for this title. You put your blood and tears in this title. You put everything on this title. This is something awarding, but you got to bring it with you at the Defiance, or I'll tiptoe through your window, gotta be WF, and steal it from you.
Oh, man. Oh. Bean's coming in here saying Skippy equals Undertaker's undefeated streak.
Well, I mean, I went, what, 9-0?
Yeah.
91, I think. I think it was 9-1 in my season
Uh-huh.
Of the year. And Undertaker, he's definitely a very awesome wrestler. He's not my favorite, though, honestly.
Understandable.
Yeah. I do like Undertaker. I watched him a lot, and I love what he does. And I would say that I thought I was going to get undefeated long as he did, but I didn't. But I'm proud of what I got.
In singles matches, you are undefeated. You're still undefeated.
Yeah, I haven't been pinned.
Just because you lost a tag match doesn't mean that you've been defeated. Also, even if you were to lose a battle royal, it doesn't mean you've been defeated. You can still be undefeated in singles competition. Nobody has beat you one-on-one. Nobody has. I don't think anybody can. I mean, like I said, not blowing a bunch of smoke up your ass, but Peter thinks he can. And look at that. He said, that's mine. I beat James tonight, and I deserve that.
You don't deserve this. You don't deserve this at all. Honestly, you punched the ref on the fourth month of this year. And if you remember, it was, what was it? The Lethal Ejection versus you. And you got mad because Lethal beat you. And then you punched the ref and you got fined $5,000. It's all in the news. It's all there. You keep saying that you didn't do it. You photoshopped it. Look, Natsat TV knows what you did. And just stop lying, because if you keep lying, we're going to have to take you to court.
Oh, boy. All right, so before any more questions come up here, I want to ask you one. I'm going to give you actually a challenge in a way, Skippy. I'm going to say 5 names, and each name that I say to you, I want you to give me a brief description on Skippy's opinion of that guy. Can you do that?
Yes.
All right, let's start with Sarge. What's your opinion on Sarge? What's Skippy the Evil Clown's thoughts about Sarge? You know, what do you think? You think he's arrogant? You think he's ignorant? You think he's a big piece of trash? What you think?
One word: pussy.
Is that all?
Well, the reason of that is because, like I said, Puddin did a couple TikToks on Sarge, and he never replied, only in comments. So I'm gonna say he's a pussy.
There you go.
He's a pussy.
There you go. Interesting. All right, you ready for name number 2? Name number 2 is Buddha.
Buddha. Oh, that guy. Let me tell you, he likes to blow people up.
He defeated the returning Draquan here tonight. But Peter Richards had something to do with that by bringing in the brass knucks and hitting, Mr. Andre Black upside the head with it.
Yeah, I honestly think Peter should be fined for that, but that's not me.
There's no rules in a last man standing match, unfortunately.
Well, I guess if I would have been able to actually interfere in that match, I probably would have interfered. Because Draquan is better than Buddha.
There you go.
But honestly, Buddha, he gets a punch. He gives you a punch, and he's an interesting character. But I guarantee you, the next time I basically face him, he's not gonna like me. I'm gonna make sure I tear every bone out of his body.
So then let's make it interesting. Peter Richards.
God of PWF that thinks he owns the world. He thinks he's the preacher of a church that he don't have nobody in. Like, I don't know, God PWF. I mean, you say you got the key to your kingdom and you were gonna take my face off, and you never took the face off, did you? No, you didn't. And honestly, I gotta say, you're one piece of shit.
Well, he just said the ref photoshopped that video. You believe anything you see, just like you believe you can beat me. Ooh.
You know what? All I can say is, catch me if you can.
That's that evil laugh right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more names on this list. You ready for this one? You're gonna love this one.
All right.
Irish Outlaw.
Oh my God. This guy, let me tell you, he's a mouthy person. He likes to talk a lot. He is a crazy character. He was scared of clowns, and basically when I first came on board, and he said, James Taylor, why you hire a clown?
I remember that.
And then I was in the shower and he was doing a video, and I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. I gotta take a dump now. You know, Irish Outlaw, let me tell you, he wants a match. He keeps talking and shit, and he didn't want a match before, so he can go fuck himself.
Yeah, you hear that, Irish? If you're watching,
I got the whole locker room mad at me.
He thinks you're scared of him. That's what he thinks, Irish. He knows you're scared of Skippy. Now, one more name for you. Total honest opinion. And after tonight, you got to have new thoughts. Lethal Injection.
Respected.
He's got Skippy respects Lethal Injection. Peter, I don't hear him saying he respects you, but he respects Lethal.
I respect Lethal Injection because he went against, I believe it was PJ Party. He gave him a fight. They gave each other a fight. And when he went in the ring with PJ Party, it was one hell of a match. And honestly, he's a force to be reckoned with. And if I was ever going to probably have a tag team partner down the road, that's probably one of the people I would consider.
That's a lot of props right there. That's really good.
He's an interesting person. You know, he hasn't stepped on my toes yet.
He hasn't given you a reason, right?
He has not gave me the reason to. He has not said my name in his mouth. He hasn't said anything. So anybody that says my name in their mouth, we got something in common.
There you go. Beans is asking, Skippy, is Pudding your side chick, or is she more like the voice of reason for you?
Pudding is interesting. She is a wonderful person. She's not my girlfriend. She is in your mind. She's not really here. She's in everyone's mind. And the thing is, she's not a physical person. I mean, it's like, I don't know, what's that thing called? The new age kind of like mechanical and interesting. Yeah. But I'm not going to tell you everything because it's not cool to tell you everything. You'll have to know her story.
Yeah, that's what makes the mystery great.
But let's say you mess with her, you're messing with someone.
There you go. Donnie the Bulldozer is saying, Who does James think Headshot should go after? Well, Mr. Headshot, if you're watching this, if I was you and I had a lot to prove, old Lethal 2 belts, he has the world title now. Yeah, I'd love to go for the world title, but to really prove to the world that I got what it takes to make it here at PWF, I'd say go after him anyways, but don't go after his world championship. Go after his 4-of-a-kind championship. That's actually one of the most voted and popular championships, even for a mid-card title, in all of promo wrestling and TikTok and 2K wrestling. In PWF, for some reason, everybody loves the 4-of-a-kind championship. And if I were you, Mr. Headshot, I would go for the goal to take the 4-of-a-kind title from Lethal Injection, because think about this. If you defeat Lethal to get the 4-of-a-kind title, you not only showed the world that you just became a champion, you showed the world that you actually defeated the world champion. Even though you didn't defeat him for his world title, you showed that you got what it takes to go toe-to-toe with a man of his caliber. But then again, you might not. You might come up short. If you're wanting to be don't take anybody lightly in this company. It really all depends on you, because you even got the new White Wolf, who's very intimidating, who just won the United States title. You got Skippy, who was the longest reigning tag team champion. You could go get you a partner and go after the tag team titles, but they belong to the Pantheon, being Peter Richards and Buddha. And then you got Prodigy, the young Prodigy, who retained his Intercontinental Championship here tonight at Defiance. And you got the stacks are against you. It just really depends on you and what you think you need to do to elevate that name up. Isn't that right, Skippy? Would you agree?
Yep, I would agree with you. I think Lethal Injection would be a good spot to go with. And like Mr. James Taylor here, the Nemesis James Taylor, can't have no other way person said. You can go after any titles, but the thing is, God of PWF won't have his title. Buddha will, though. And I have the other tag team title. So until he fights me one day, he ain't getting it back.
Well, the general manager randomly said, Peter, you will do no such thing. What will happen is Skippy comes in the company and you will have the first crack at him. So it looks like the general manager might sign Skippy the Evil Clown versus Peter Richards.
Gotta be WF. Do you really want to go down this road again? Do you want to go down this road? There is so many places I can go. I can be anywhere at any time. As I said, I tiptoed through your window, took this title from you. But besides the point, you can't handle this by yourself. You have to have your pussy partner come out and help you. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do. We've seen it today.
Donnie wants to know, would Skippy want to tag with Headshot ever?
It's kind of hard when you're a clown, and you're a human. So...
There it is.
I mean, Lethal Injection, I don't feel like he's actually a human. I feel like he's a demon a little bit.
Yeah. Bean said, I was backstage after tonight's Defiance 2, and the talent is incredible. James, where do you see PWF in the upcoming years? This isn't about me, but I'd be glad to answer the question. You know what? I'd like to see Skippy even answer the question. I would say PWF is just going to get higher and higher and better. Every year's, here we are, our second annual Defiance. That's our biggest stage of them all. And it's not like every few months then we have the biggest show of them all. No, this is a once a year opportunity. This is what the superstars in PWF train for all year long, is to be able to be on the card for Defiance. Skippy was at the first Defiance. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here tonight, but he did.
No, I wasn't.
What?
I was not the first Defiance.
Oh, you weren't at Defiance 1?
Nope.
Maybe we'll see Skippy Defiance 3 then. Who knows? Who
You know,
knows?
you're lucky I didn't go to this Defiance and interfered in some matches.
Yeah, no. But hey, it's beside the point though. I really think that anything can happen, and PWF is just showing. Look, here we are in our season three, and the company is just a tad bit over 2 years old, and it's just getting more popular and growing and growing. We got a great roster. Yes, it comes and goes, but that's how you weed the bad ones out and you grow the good ones. And Skippy has been one of those, not to blow smoke up his ass, but he's been one of the most loyal. He's not the only loyal. There's other loyal people that are in this company that have been here since day one, and Skippy, I believe, is one of those as well. Skippy, your thoughts?
Until I get blown up by Buddha. But my thoughts on that. My thoughts on that is when I see PWF in a couple of years. I honestly, PWF's been my home all the time. I might have left a couple times because I've been blown up and, thrown to the tables and thrown to chairs and everything under the sun by Jax and Center and Buda and everyone. But besides the point, I see PWF being noticed one day from WWE itself. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have been noticed by WWE. You might have not even know, So the thing is, everyone has to work together. Everyone has to enjoy what they love to do. And if you don't work together and you don't enjoy what you love to do, it's just not going to work. And the thing is, if everyone works, all the companies work together, you can achieve so much. But if you all split away, it just makes the promo community go, basically separate ways, and sometimes down the rabbit hole. It's just like you want to basically enjoy what you do. We all love wrestling, right? We all love WWE. This is the closest you're going to get, unless you get signed.
Right.
But this is beautiful. I mean, if it wasn't for the WWE 2K game, you wouldn't have this. You wouldn't.
There's a opportunity coming about. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make an announcement right now with Skippy the Evil Clown. Y'all are going to love this. Okay, so as one of the owners of Promo Wrestling Federation, the founder, CEO, we do have 4 other owners, and I'm going to say this right here to the world, in front of you, Skippy, in front of everybody, that in just a short couple of months, we're talking around February 2023, not only do we have PWF, but the creation that you and Beans and a few others came up with, the PWF Power Plant is going to have its own show like NXT, and it's going to come about, and it's going to be coming fast, and it's going to be a great product. More details to come in the near future. What do you think about that?
All I gotta say is take a bump.
Take a bump. You gotta, yeah. I want to see some more training videos from Skippy the Clown. Yes, have these bitches do some bumps. I see so many freak out over the bumps. Brandon Dicey's is here. He said, "Hello, Skippy."
Hello, Brandon Dicey. And I tell you what, when I invited Brandon Dicey because he's seen one of my videos, I invited him to PWF, and I'm happy he's here. I'm happy he's actually here with us. And he's a very good, basically fighter out there in the ring. I saw him today. He was doing very well. He gives me a Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy vibe.
Oh, yeah. He's a good kid. So we're going to get ready to start wrapping this up, but I got a few more questions for you real quick. Brandon actually said it's almost been a year since what you said to me. Whatever that.
I appreciate it, man. I all I got to say is keep doing your thing, enjoy what you do, and don't, leave on bad terms if you're going to leave.
That's right. Exit out quietly. One of the last questions is Beans. He said, I want to see a match where Skippy has to unmask if he loses like Ray did with Kane. I want before Skippy says anything, I don't think Skippy has a mask. I believe that Skippy, that's his face. I mean, I said it to the world, dude, burnt bacon looking son of a bitch. You Freddy Krueger looking bastard. But I mean, he was blown up. That's not a mask. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You can tell everybody, Skippy.
Honestly, why would you tell a mystery? You know, it's just like one of them things. I've been blown up, like he said. I'm burnt bacon skinning ass right now, man. I've been burned twice, one by Jax and one by Buddha, and it's been a wild ride. And the thing about that is, do you want to know who my favorite wrestler in WWE of all time is?
Yes.
Do you want to bet? Do you want to know?
Yes, I want to know.
My favorite wrestler of all time that I would love to tag team with and actually get on Cameo to actually do a promo against someone. You ready? Drum roll.
Boom.
Kevin Nash.
Oh, snap.
He is like my father. You know, he's like my father. It's awesome. You know, the thing is, my father died like, a couple weeks ago, and 29th, I believe, and of October, and it teared me apart. And I think Kevin Nash is like my father a little bit. He's pretty awesome, NWO guy. I love the NWO, and maybe I should put NWO on this.
Good. You're cool. Bean says smile for the thumbnail. There you go. How about that, kid? Well, Skippy, let's go ahead. We're going to do our little conclusions. I want Skippy the Clown, and we're going to end it with this question. What is the future of Skippy the Evil Clown, and does he have any advice for anybody out in the PWF roster? And lastly, what's next for Skippy the Evil Clown?
Honestly, the future of Skippy the Evil Clown, let me touch up to that. I like to put myself in actually public domain movies. it's pretty fun, like I can be in the Three Stooges or a Christmas movie. Clowns like to celebrate Christmas sometimes because you do talk about cool. But besides the point, I think the editing factor of what I've done in this world of the promo community is a big factor. And the thing is, it's not for me, just me, because I bring editing and I bring everything to the table to the promo community. I want the person that versus me to add to it. It's to help you, help us make a story. Sometimes you can't get the editing. Sometimes you don't have the skill. But if somebody like me, anybody, I'm getting blurry. Why am I getting blurry? Okay.
You're not blurry. You're not blurry on my end.
Okay. Somebody like me or anybody, it can be anybody that has the creativity to edit or anything. You can help that person that is versing you. And the thing about that is you want to make sure that you talk to the person, because if you don't talk to the person and you do, basically you want a good story, you can have a good story, and instead of a surprise, like, hey, James Taylor, I want you to, I don't know, we're going to fight up top of a building, and I'm going to give you a building. I'm going to be up top of the building, and then basically I'm going to talk up top of the building, but like, hey, James Taylor, how are you? And then you'll be like, like, I don't know, just ideas, and it's like, that's why I bring my editing skills to the test, because I want to better people. And I've had better a lot of people. Look at Buddha. Buddha, he's like, I was like, Buddha, we got to figure out how we're going to blow me up, because I got to do real life stuff. And I wasn't going to be here for a while. And I was like, Buddha, why don't you blow me up? And he's like, all right, let's do it. And he did the TikTok video, if you remember. TikTok, TikTok, it's gonna blow up in your face. And he did.
Dang. And that was wild. I like that. So you owe a little something back to Buddha, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean,
you owe some payback.
I put a lot in my editing because I want a story. I want to feel like we're actually here in the WWE. I've always wanted to be in the WWE ring. I've always wanted to actually go watch the show. I never have, ever in my life.
Really?
Never.
Never say never, buddy. Never say. So I've been to quite a few, and I've been front row on a Monday Night Raw back in September 26, 2005, Monday Night Raw. Look up the episode if you want. It's on the WWE Network. It was, like I said, September 26, 2005. The main event was a tag team tables match between Carlito and Chris Masters versus Shawn Michaels and John Cena. Eric Bischoff came out and screwed John Cena because he was going to face him at the Homecoming episode. Fun fact, it was also the last episode on Spike TV because the next week's episode, which I went to that Raw as well, but I wasn't front row, was the Homecoming episode back on USA Network. But yeah, a lot of info I just dropped on you, but if you want to and you haven't seen it, go watch that episode. Old James Taylor's front row. You can't miss me. I'm wearing a Stone Cold shirt of all things too, and I'm doing the shit.
There's one thing I want to say too is I want to tell you how I got into wrestling before.
Yes, I want to know. We want to know.
The thing about that is how I got into wrestling. I was in foster care, and I was actually basically with my foster brother, and we actually did trampoline wrestling. And it was pretty fun, it was enjoyable, not flying off the trampoline, it's not fun, but being on the trampoline. And we did that for a while. We're like, we got our plastic belts. We're like, I am the champion. and we had fun, we had enjoyable. But sadly, twice, not just once, twice, I broke my wrist twice in the same place. And the way I did it is because somebody missed. They basically hit my body, but they missed, the move we're supposed to do. And literally did like the people's elbow, I believe, on my wrist and broke it twice.
Yeah, you got to be really careful with that. And if you're not trained properly, I mean, accidents happen. I've been hurt. I've had cracked ribs and stuff, but I never broke any like serious bones. But I had a cracked rib or two in my career. I know what it's like to pay your dues, and that's you paying your dues. But hey, if you ever stepped in the ring with James Taylor in real life, out of character, I'd show you the right way, and I'm one of the safest guys you could ever work with in the ring.
Oh, it would be so much fun. That would be so much fun to actually come there and actually, verse each other. If I ever had the funds, I would actually invest in PWF. And actually, it'd be cool to have a ring and stuff, if I ever won the lottery.
That'd be cool. Never say never, though. You never know. Anything can happen in this world, and you got to be thankful for what we got. One thing the people don't know is how did Skippy the Evil Clown discover PWF?
I was basically scrolling around TikTok, and I saw this match. It was you, James Taylor, and it was the Leech, which was my partner at the time. He's not technically my partner anymore because he lost the belt, but he got pinned. But but basically, I remember seeing you and Leech up top of the cage, and basically you guys fighting and punching at each other and bleeding, and you fell down on the mat. He fell down on the mat, and it was a good match. And I'm trying to remember who won. I think it was the Leech one.
Oh, James Taylor won.
Ah!
Just barely, by the skin of my teeth. Leech is a tough competitor, but I defeated him.
Yeah, it was a good match, and then I was like, I'm gonna check it out on YouTube. So I checked it out on YouTube. I saw the link. Actually, I actually messaged Leech on TikTok. Never mind. And then I was like, hey, I want to join. And he's like, you want to join? And I was like, yeah. And he invited me to Discord. And then I did a promo. I was like, how am I gonna do this? I said, I got editing skills. Let's see if they can hang. And I was like, I'm gonna hit the biggest guy in the house. And I hit you because I knew you were the owner. And you're like, you were shocked when I hit you, I think. And
I'll
it
tell
was
you that morning, I woke up out of bed with my wife, went and got some breakfast. I drink I'd get a bottle of water every morning. I've been doing it for years. I get a nice ice cold bottle of water and I drink it. Um, and then I'm like, okay, so let me look at my emails, go through my stuff. And I got my notification on TikTok. It said Skippy the Evil Clown. I'm like, a clown? Okay, is that Mackie the Clown? I was a little bit like, what does he want? So I click on it and then I see you. And I'm like, the fuck? And you going off on me. You're telling me, and your character was like, it was instantly has my attention. And not many people, not to sound like an ass, but not many people can really pull me into their story and get my attention. You got to, not, that's why I challenge people. And I challenge people in the locker room, grab my attention, grab your audience's attention. And one thing I'll give you credit for, Skippy, is you could grab attention. You grab mine. So I'm like, what is this? I show my wife, I show Jillian. I'm like, honey, look at this. And she's looking. She's like, whoa, that's cool. Is he from a haunted house or something? Like, I don't know. I've never met him. So I messaged you, and then I called you back out. I answered your challenge, and that was fun. That was fun. Probably a great decision I made. Great decision for the PWF universe, and a great decision on your part because you instantly, not to toot my own horn, but in a way, you reached for that proverbial brass ring instantly by going after me. You didn't have to go after me. I guess something about me made you want to face me. And sure enough, here we are.
I love to face the top guy. I want to show that I'm not scared to face anybody.
But I wasn't the champion. That was the thing. A lot of
The
people
owner.
see it.
You was the owner.
Despite being the owner, tell me your honest opinion on this. When you see a guy as a champion, do you believe that the championship makes the wrestler famous, or do you think the guy can makes the championship? Meaning, like, you see me, and you see me holding a title, does that make you say that some bitch is talking all about that title? I want to take that from him, or do you see it as, oh, that championship just made him famous?
I see it as a movie without actors or actresses. If you're talking in that way, the
Here's the point I'm making.
basically at the championship, I mean, basically it's nothing. It's just about, right? It's just
Right.
about it's something, right? It's something if you work for it. Like if you actually have a history of the belt. I'm sorry for whacking got a PWS belt, but it's mine, but
Yeah.
but it's something if you basically work for it. You put your sweat, your tears, and blood in this case. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you put your all on this belt, you're basically, this is everything.
Yeah.
This is your whole history.
That's everything that means to you. A lot of people get it mistaken and think that, oh, I'm nobody, but if I win the championship, I'll get noticed. Well, sorry, my cat keeps pushing my stand over. To an extent, winning the championship does get attention on you, but it's a matter of how do you elevate that championship? How do you make it to where people want to take that title from you and not just beat your ass, but they want to be at your level? Because I've seen guys that are at the top of the mountain that don't mean a damn because they're not showing me, they're not showing the world that they are a champion. They're just like, this is the title, I've got it, so I'm top of the world. Then there's guys like you even though you've been a tag title, you haven't won the world title yet. Not saying you never will, because I believe in your future you could. But even holding the tag team championships, you made that title all about Skippy the Clown. You made it like nobody's taking this from me. This is mine. I mean, look, you stole it from Peter Richards.
I have it customized by
right.
golly.
You even exactly. You even said that Leech lost your titles. You didn't.
Yeah. I mean, Creepy Leech is the one that got pinned. I didn't.
There you go. But that's where
but
I'm going.
I honestly, like I said, the sweats and the tears, everything, every opponent you face is all into this, right? Everyone goes for this. But the thing is, it's like promoing, right? When you promo, you do that first promo, you're working towards this.
Yep.
If you don't do a promo, you're not working towards this. So it's like you're actually going into the ring and you're fighting for reals,
Right.
Your words and your promo and your video effects or whatever you're going to do, you're helping, the promo community, whatever promo your community you're from, you're helping, everyone get noticed. And you just want to keep doing videos. And I've done over 100, maybe 200 videos of PWF alone.
Yes.
And it's a lot of work. And we're not talking about 15-second videos. We're talking about 1 minute to 2 minutes to 3 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes.
And those are some great promos too. And that hence the name PWF, Promo Wrestling Federation.
But there's a big thing on you too, because you help a lot, you help a lot. You help us bring the game to life. WWE 2K,
bringing characters to life in the
characters to life. This is this is my arena.
Yeah.
And this happened because of your story, where you made me GM. And then Leech made me GM. And then I decided that I was going to dip my greedy hands in the money, pull it out, and basically give it to somebody in Australia, and had this built in like maybe a couple months without you knowing.
Well, don't shy too away from it, because that arena, now that it's bought, it will be used again shortly in the future. So trust me, we'll be heading back to Australia in a couple of months, I'm sure.
Oh, that plane ride. Whew.
Oh, I know.
I remember taking that 14-hour plane ride. I've actually slept. Like I literally, okay, I had, you know what I did? I did flight sim. And I took a 14-hour flight, and I toured, to make me feel like I'm there. I'm going there. So I can say, you know what, that flight was tiring. I was flying. It was a beautiful sky. I even see some sunsets, and I even took some pictures and I posted it on Discord, as you've seen them.
Yes.
It was pretty awesome. And I'm going to do it again. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
And I had, sorry to bug you. I had PJ Party on the plane.
Yeah.
And he brought his hammer.
He brought his hammer. Hey, when do you think we might get any teases in the next couple of weeks or months of a possible return?
I think somebody might have done something, but certain pussy ain't replying back. Sergeant, he's just too good for everyone. But yet I took him to a different dimension, and he also retired too. And Zach Storm had a fight with Vontae King, and Sergeant was his partner. And it's so sad, Zach, that Sergeant left you. He must be a pussy, right? I mean, you must.
Yeah, I believe I heard the rumors, but I don't know how true it is, that Sarge said that if he lost tonight to Lethal, that he was going to retire. I wonder how true he's going to hold up to that. But I mean, hell, we don't know. We'll have to find out if we hear from him in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. The question is, I mean, this Pudding character, you seen her. You seen her on a video. What do you think about her?
Me personally, I wondered if she just has a crush on Sergeant because she was calling him. She was all flirting with him and saying that he couldn't handle her. And I said,
Yeah, I mean, he was flirting, and the thing is, she replied. She said, "The only time you'll get to lay with me is when you're pinned by me."
"Oh snap!" Brandon wants to know, what do you think of the new PWF United States Championship?
It's not for me, but it might be for you. You
There,
know, the thing is, I've only went out of a year, Brandon Dicey. Out of a year, I only held this. That's it. I never went after Prodigy. I never went after anybody else title because I wanted to hold this. Like this was mine. This was what I wanted.
everybody's different. See, some
God,
people.
PWF took it from me, and I took it back. Damn right I did.
You damn right you did. Yeah. Well, that's great. Skippy, it's been an honor to have you here. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the world? By the way, I will drop some links. Do you have any links you'd like to share? Like, actually, you know what? Let me ask you a question real quick. One more question, if you don't mind. You are on the popular app that's starting to build up called You Now. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do on that app? It's like a streaming service like YouTube and all that. Tell us a little bit about You Now and the 10,000 fans and followers that you got on there.
You've been searching me, I see.
Oh, I did my homework. James Taylor always does his homework.
You Now is a broadcasting website that basically you can guest with people and enjoy what you do. And sometimes you can get partnered on there and make, something. Something for me. It doesn't matter whoever comes in. Sometimes I do my show. I do what I'm going to do. And the thing is, that's what you got to do sometimes. And it's like, I do my show. I did a show with PJ Party, actually, and I haven't posted it yet. We did a show with Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock at WrestleMania 1999. I think it was 1990. In the 1990s. It was really good. I never watched it, and it was interesting. We had the sound off. We did the commentating. I did basically you know what I mean? So we actually did the whole, intro music. We did the commentating. I did the commentating back and forth, and that was so much fun with no audio.
I might need to do something like that with you. That sounds like fun. I could do some commentating. But that Dave Johnson on Defiance tonight, he sounded like he was going all out, and he might have lost his voice. I don't know.
I like Dave Johnson. He does a really good job, and it brings. Don't ever stop it because it brings the show. It feels like you're actually there, and I love how you didn't have a person pick it. You had it randomized, and that's the great thing about it because it's just shock factor. You don't know who's gonna win. You don't have an idea. And it's so much.
It makes it funner that way, and that's what made it a really good show tonight. I think we blew it out of the water tonight for sure.
My question to you: are you going to keep doing that?
Yes. No. Yes. Definitely. 100% facts. I'd like to, but everything happens for a reason. During certain matches, might play as certain characters that are supposed to do things, but that's every once in a while. But that's going to be very rare as of right now. I mean, look, Jillian Taylor, my wife, she lost her women's championship tonight against Leach's girl, Jasmine. And Leach's girl, Jasmine, earned her opportunity in NEW to come to Defiance to face the women's champion here. And look at what happened. She won it.
Hey, maybe Pudding will go after it eventually.
There you go. You never know. I think Puddin might make an appearance sooner or later. Who knows? So, but
the question is, do you want me back?
me, you don't have to ask me that, buddy. Of course I do. I've always wanted you back. You know the door is open because it is your home. You're always welcome. You could go in and out all you want. It doesn't mean you're leaving. You're just taking time off. That's the way I see it. And by the way, how's that $150,000 a year, been sounding to you while you've been off? I know you just got paid, so added for being off this whole time. You didn't want to tell nobody. But you got that extra little money that just came in.
I did.
Yeah, you did. It's in your checking account.
I haven't checked the bank for a while, so it must be piling up in there, baby.
You still living off of that $2 million?
Oh yeah. I mean, no, that's from the last year. I mean, I bought the stadium, but that was from the PWF fund. My question is, are you going to go after me because of that?
Hey, never say never. I mean, I might find it personal and put a $100,000 bounty on your head. Get that money back from me. The first man to defeat Skippy the Evil Clown gets $100,000 from James Taylor's own bank account.
Oh, you hear that? Who's gonna be the first one to try to defeat me?
Oh man, if I beat you, if it happens to be me that has to face you, and I get the lucky 3 count on you, you have to pay me $100,000. But if you beat me 2 in a row, if you beat me on the second match, then I will give you $100,000, Skippy.
Nice. I like that. I like $100,000. I mean, I could do more to the arena.
There you go. Brandon randomly saying, I might go after you, Skippy.
Ah, we got a fan that wants to go after me.
Well,
I don't fight fans.
There you go. You don't fight fans. I'm going to put a link to Skippy's TikTok and his YouNow in the description below after this podcast finally uploads. And so definitely that way you guys can check him out. And I'll post this in the community as well. This has been a real honor to have you here, Skippy. Is there anything else you'd like to say? You got any questions for me?
My question is for you is, how do you think you could make PWF better?
Get 1 or 2 more commentators, weekly shows or weekly matches. Hell, you never know. Could do daily matches. It just really depends on the timing and getting people to stay consistent with the promos. One thing that I've wanted to do that's very hard is to get everybody's promos when they tag me. And like say it's Buddha and Draquan. Yeah. Download all their videos and mesh it into one and post it on the YouTube so that everybody can see the story. And then they see the match.
That's what I was thinking because I've done that for you, me and you. And,
and if anybody wants to see that, I'll drop that in the description below so you can watch it later. That was a really good promo thing. It was like 20-something minutes long. It was really good.
Or you could actually have, if they have the game, you can actually have them go out of the ring and like do like what I do sometimes and have them talking to Mike.
Did you see the pre-show for Accelerate I did like last week where I came out to the ring and I cut a promo? You saw that? See, it's the same thing. I used a promo I did, and then I had my character go to the ring and put the audio there, so it's like I'm in the ring talking.
That's awesome. You can't do that when you're streaming, right? You can't.
I can't do it while I'm streaming, but I could do it as a video in a way.
So are you going to start doing your stream videos? Or are you going to take them off and put them on YouTube and do it that way?
So what happened tonight, we got Defiance live, and it was great. So even though through the live we couldn't hear the music for the entrances and such, I've already got the videos saved. So what I'm going to do is take each individual match and put their actual music on it and put it on the PWF YouTube channel, which I'll drop that link down in the description below so you can watch it later. What do you think of that?
That's good. That's good. I think it's pretty good. I hope one day that WWE actually contacts PWF. That'd be interesting. And be like, hey, we like what you're doing. And
that would be great. It would be really
or 2K22. I mean, have you ever thought about contacting 2K?
Who, me personally? If anything, I'd want 2K to notice, not just me, us. I want 2K to notice us. Yeah. And right now, I hate, I'm not trying to brag or nothing. It's a lucky break, I guess. This channel right here has over 19,000 subscribers right now, and it's still growing. And if I could get 2K's attention and they're seeing what we're doing here, we could get sponsored by them. You never know.
That would be cool.
We're close. All we got to do is just keep at it, keep pushing it. And if we can stream every week and I can do it, which I know my time is coming where I'm going to have the time to do it with my new real estate gig. Dude, PWF, if we could get 2K's attention and maybe they'd want to sponsor us, heck, we might get early access to 2K23 or 2K24. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Or even WWE. You never know. They might even have the wrestlers, come in.
Exactly. I mean, look, Logan Paul is a famous YouTuber. Look what he's actually there. I wouldn't mind. What if they wanted one of us and we got that big? We get the millions of subscribers, and they're like, "Hey, we want Skippy the Evil Clown to make an appearance at WrestleMania." Oh shit! Okay.
Oh my gosh! I'd be like, "Whoa!"
You're looking around like you're doing right now, huh? Oh man! Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Taft Taylor, or James Taylor, and this has been a newest episode of the Nemesis Sessions. This is Skippy the Evil Clown. Skippy, would you consider coming back on the show in the future?
Oh, yeah, I definitely would. I really love this. And like I said, keep doing the game stuff because you're unique. I don't care what anybody says. You're unique, and you are a really good person. And everyone in the community, you're all great. I don't know if I would join all the communities, but definitely I think you should branch. I think you should have BWF versus other brands and maybe invade them, and then they can invade us. And I think it'd be cool. But down the road, I do Unreal Engine stuff. So it gets crazy. Things are starting to look real. Like I'm talking about people like in the place, like eventually this is going to look real. Like it looks real already, but it's just going to get better.
Yes, it is. And the power of the PlayStation 5, that's what I play this game off of and stream this game off of. It looks good. Leech does great with NEW. He's streaming off the PS4 and it still looks good. But you can see the sharpness and the quality of the PS5 version whenever I'm doing it. And just imagine the next games. The next games that come.
Yeah, it's just gonna get better, man. It's just gonna get better. I said, I use Unreal Engine, and it's crazy. I use a lot of my Unreal Engine techniques. I'll sometimes put myself in the green screen and put me in Unreal Engine and do it that way. And I'll build whatever I want. If I want to build a stadium and I don't want to use this, I want to use my own, and I could do that.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. That'd be really cool. And just remind me to tell the world, and I'm going to tell you after this, but PWF Power Plant, we might come up with a different name, but PWF Power Plant is going to be the next biggest show that PWF has to offer, and it's going to be running off of a completely different engine. Stay tuned to that, and it's coming out February 2023.
Different engine?
Yeah. I'll tell you more details after the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Taft Taylor. This is Skippy the Evil Clown, craziest subbitch you'll ever meet. Great guy. Check him out. Follow his links down Skippy, it's been an honor to have you here. And ladies and gentlemen, Skippy says, we'll see you down the line.
Tips through your window.
Yes, down the road. And you can stay right here because we're ending.